Arman Tsarukyan recently opened up for the first time about the heartbreaking decision to withdraw from his highly anticipated rematch with Islam Makhachev. Speaking on the Jackson podcast, Tsarukyan revealed that a persistent and debilitating back injury forced him to step away from what could have been the most significant fight of his career. The issue began during his training camp, and despite his team's best efforts to address it through physical therapy, nothing seemed to alleviate the pain. In the days leading up to the fight, Arman felt a glimmer of hope when his back started to improve slightly after the press conference. However, that hope quickly faded when the grueling weight-cutting process reignited the pain, making it unbearable. Running, in particular, worsened the condition, leaving him with no choice but to prioritize his health over stepping into the octagon. Describing the ordeal, Arman shared how the pain robbed him of sleep, recalling one night where he barely managed to rest for 30 minutes. After my evening training session at Jackson Gym, I went to bed, but the pain in my lower back was so intense that I couldn't sleep all night, he said. Despite trying to push through, even during the press conference, the agony returned as he began cutting weight. When I was on the bike, my back just locked up, he admitted. Even with a doctor's assistance, the pain didn't subside, and by the next morning, he couldn't even move in bed. The decision to pull out was an agonizing one for Arman, knowing that this rematch was his chance to prove how much he'd grown since their first meeting. He expressed frustration at the timing, but made it clear that fighting at anything less than 100% wasn't an option. I couldn't give anything but my best in that fight, and my body just wouldn't allow it, he said. Fans, while disappointed, have rallied behind Arman, eager to see him recover and return stronger than ever. But Tsarukyan isn't dwelling on the past. His focus is already on the future, and he has his sights set on none other than Charles Oliveira. He believes Oliveira doesn't deserve another title shot just yet, pointing out that he's already defeated him before. Arman is confident a rematch with Oliveira would solidify his case as the next true contender for the belt, ahead of Oliveira or anyone else. As Arman works his way back to full health, the MMA world is buzzing with anticipation. Will he reclaim his momentum and take his place at the top of the lightweight division? One thing is certain, Arman Tsarukyan isn't backing down, and his story is far from over.
Wednesday I had my evening training session here in Jackson Gyms, and after when I went to sleep, I started to feel my lower back, and I couldn't sleep all night, and I woke up, like maybe I slept like 30 minutes for the whole night, I don't know. And I was feeling like crazy pain on my lower back, and then we went to the press conference. After press conference was okay, and I started to cut my weight, and during the cut weight, just my lower back stuck, when I was doing the bike. Then we called the doctor to come and see, and they trying to help me. I went to sleep 6 pounds over, and I wanted to do it in the morning, but I couldn't sleep all night as well, and my back was hurting as well, and I couldn't even move on my bed.
Robert Whittaker recently opened up about his brutal loss to Khamzat Chimaev, revealing what shocked him most during their fight. In a candid interview with Ariel Helwani, the Australian fan favorite reflected on the experience and shared the one aspect of Chimaev's game that caught him completely off guard. Surprisingly, it wasn't the submission or the infamous face crank that left a lasting impression. It was Khamzat's remarkable skill and agility in securing takedowns that stood out. Whittaker admitted he had underestimated Chimaev's ability to execute takedowns from unexpected angles. What surprised him most was how sticky Khamzat was during grappling exchanges, especially in the clinch and against the fence. Rob described it as gut-wrenching, explaining how Chimaev's drag downs and his ability to hold dominant positions were far more effective than he anticipated. "We trained for this," Whittaker said. "I got ragdolled for most of the camp, so I was comfortable there. But it was the takedown, his wall wrestling, the transitions. Everything was just next level." What really shocked him was Chimaev's ability to shoot in from nearly 2 meters away while staying incredibly low to the ground. Whittaker admitted that defending such an approach was a challenge he hadn't fully prepared for. Reflecting on the fight, Whittaker acknowledged that more lateral movement might have helped him avoid getting trapped against the fence. Once Chimaev got him there, his transitions were seamless. He quickly reached for Whittaker's ankles, initiating his wrestling game and dominating the exchange. That opening takedown, Rob admitted, was a game changer and extremely difficult to stop. Since the fight, Whittaker has been focused on recovering from a grueling injury and recalibrating his training. Over the past few months, he's been working alongside Israel Adesanya as the former champion prepares for his February matchup. During a recent conversation with Adesanya, Whittaker revealed he's likely holding off on making his return to competition until June. As Whittaker takes time to regroup and refine his skills, fans are eager to see how the former middleweight champion will bounce back from this tough loss. One thing's for sure, his reflection on the fight with Khamzat Chimaev proves he's a student of the game, always learning and adapting to reach new heights in the octagon. Khamzat Chimaev, one of the most electrifying stars in the UFC, is facing yet another setback that could jeopardize his career. Known for his relentless fighting style and meteoric rise to fame, Chimaev's journey has been anything but ordinary. However, his latest health scare has shaken the MMA world, with his manager hinting at a sinister twist. Could foul play be at the heart of his struggles? Chimaev burst onto the UFC scene with unmatched dominance, earning fans and respect as he climbed toward title contention. His frequent fights, overwhelming victories, and unshakable confidence made him a star seemingly destined for greatness. But the path to success hasn't been smooth. Legal troubles that prevented him from traveling to the United States and recurring health issues have hindered his momentum. The last major health issue that forced Chimaev out of competition was in 2024, when he had to withdraw from a highly anticipated clash with Robert Whittaker. At the time, a severe illness left him hospitalized for days, crushing the hopes of fans eager to see him perform. Now, a new crisis has emerged, and this time the stakes feel even higher. Speaking with the Russian MMA platform MMA Brotherhood, Chimaev's manager Modi Sheamus dropped a bombshell. He revealed that Chimaev is currently hospitalized and facing a health emergency, but the potential cause has sparked controversy. "We need to get him medically evaluated first," Modi explained, but one of the possible reasons we're considering is poisoning, specifically food poisoning. At this point, I honestly don't believe this was an accident. This shocking claim has sent ripples through the MMA community, raising questions about Chimaev's safety and the possibility of intentional foul play. Poisoning? In the high-stakes world of professional MMA, where rivalries run deep, the idea may not be as far-fetched as it seems. When asked about how this development might impact Chimaev's UFC future, Modi admitted the outlook isn't promising. "Likely not happening anytime soon," he said grimly, leaving fans uncertain about when or if they'll see Chimaev back in the octagon. The UFC has yet to issue an official statement, and the details of this alarming situation remain unclear. In the meantime, fans are left in suspense, wondering what this means for one of the sport's most dynamic fighters. Will Khamzat Chimaev overcome yet another setback, or is this the beginning of the end for a career that promised so much? What do you think? Could foul play truly be a factor, or is this just another cruel twist in Chimaev's already tumultuous story? One thing is certain, the MMA world will be watching closely. Thanks for tuning in. If you're as intrigued by this potential clash as we are, drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breaking MMA news and updates. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss what's next.